Hi, I am Anna Deeter. Thank you for scheduling your free consultation with me. You've just done a good deed for yourself or for someone you love. This is the first step towards manifesting your dream to live stutter-free in the three-dimensional reality. I want to share with you my story and passion behind Live Stutter-Free. How this revolutionary information that I possess has awakened thousands of people who stuttered and unblocked their naturally balanced speech in only 3 days. And also I would like to tell you how you will unblock your speech as well. So, I was born, raised, and trained as a conventional speech language therapist and a special education teacher in Russia, helping people with various speech deficiencies, including stuttering, has been my passion in both first Russia and then in the United States of America for nearly 40 years combined. But the first 30 years, I wasn't happy with the results of my therapeutic work with people who stuttered. I felt the frustration of my clients. I felt that it was just a waste of their and my time. Why? Because my conventional speech therapy training had not equipped me with the reliable tools for leading my clients to their stutter-free life that they desired so much. Only much later in my life I learned that the whole stuttering cure industry is a business. It had been designed not for solving the stuttering problem completely and as soon as possible. No. It's been designed for encouraging, supporting people to continue to stutter for life. Stuttering cure professionals needed and still do returning customers. So 10 years ago, after a small California school district terminated the speech and language therapy contract with me, I found an independent Russian scientist who had solved the stuttering mystery in 1998. I enrolled in his online course for Etalon speech educators. I studied under his guidance and was granted a license to teach Etalon Unblocking Courses online. I started a new profession called Etalon Speech Education for English language speakers. All my students, no exception, have discovered the root cause of their speech difficulties. Then they fixed all their mistakes and solved the stuttering problem in almost no time. Today I know precisely what stuttering and the naturally balanced speech really are. I've written and published several books about this. I have shared this information with hundreds of my English-speaking students who used to stutter just like you. So before you can manifest, live stutter-free dream in your 3D reality, you first must see the picture of your speech problem in the three-dimensional reality as well. You need to have clear answers to the following questions. What is stuttering in the three-dimensional reality? Why you stutter again in the three-dimensional reality? And the last one, what is it really? Normal speech, normal stutter-free speech. You need to see it in the 3D reality. You may say, well, I've been stuttering for years. I know what stuttering is. I stutter because, and you begin listing all kinds of reasons. that you believe caused you to stutter. But in the 3D reality, these reasons turn out to be someone else's ridiculous fantasy, speculation. Unfortunately, you may have accepted their lies. Let me give you a few examples. You may have several family members who also stutter, like your father, your grandfather, your uncle. And because of that, you could have accepted that you were born a stutterer, because you carried a stuttering gene. This idea totally doesn't resonate with the 3D reality, because no newborn human speaks. When the newborn baby speaks, he can only say, why? Because he hasn't learned words yet. Speech is a skill of playing music of the voice on a built-in musical instrument called the speech pipe. Normally, all people begin learning to perform this art in early childhood. Then they continue to enhance further the quality of playing their speech pipe over their entire life. The skill of speaking with or without stuttering is not genetic. Imagine a family of English language speakers has adopted a newborn Chinese boy. In what language will he say his first words? Will he speak Chinese? Of course not. He will speak in English only. Why? Because our speaking skills do not come to us through genes. We all imitate and learn to play only the sounds we hear. We play them on our speech pipe. Let's take another example. Have you heard about feral children raised among animals and away from human speech? In spite of their human genes, these babies could only produce animal noises, not intelligible human words. Why? Because speaking is not genetic. You may also have heard and adopted another misconception about so-called bad neurophysiology. Conventional specialists speculate that people who stutter may have the wrong structure or the wrong wiring of their brains, that they may have some defects in their breathing organs, in their articulation organs, in their vocal cords. Do you also believe that you stutter because of these reasons? This is not true as well. Why? Very simple. The fact that you speak fine in some situations but stutter in the others indicates that nothing is physically wrong with you or your speech pipe. Your body, including your brain, mouth, and breathing organs, your body is perfect. Just like all other people on the planet, you are also equipped with everything necessary to play beautiful music of your voice on your speech pipe with a flow of carbon dioxide, CO2, kind of like exhaust gas. This is very similar to the way people play other wind instruments, like a trumpet, a flute. You have plenty of this speech gas because your body automatically produces it and accumulates it in your lungs and then gets rid of it through exhalation. Your speech pipe is totally functional. Your brain structure and its wiring are intact as well. Your neurophysiology is perfect. The problem is that you have never learned to use these perfect tools in coordination. Simply put, you're still an unskillful speech musician. You still don't know how to play your musical instrument. But can doctors help such a case? Do you really need to seek help with fixing your speech from therapists, pathologists, and other doctors conventionally trained? Of course not. The skill of playing any musical instrument can be only learned. And this is what teachers are for. I do exactly this in the Etalon Unblocking classroom. And it takes only 3 days for my students to free their naturally balanced speech and live stutter-free. You may also frequently wonder in your mind, no one else in my family stutters. Why me? Or why my child? You will be shocked when you discover the truth. In the 3D reality, the answer to this question is not that important. Why? Because we live today in an insane world of wars, distractions, traumatic experiences, and totally anti-human systems of public education. That's why there could have been thousands of reasons why you or your child stopped developing skills of playing the speech pipe at some point. Why you chose to stay silent and speak only if you absolutely had to. The fact of the matter is, you've grown up and turned yourself from a silent child into a silent adult. Your speech instrument has been built perfectly from birth, but because you had not played it much and you had not tuned it intuitively when you were still young, it still remains out of tune. You need a professional tuner now who would help you tune your speech instrument and explain to you how to play it with ease and pleasure. Also, you may be even mad at yourself and you ask, why am I afraid and do not want to speak? What's wrong with me? The answer to this question is very simple as well. When you were very young and innocent, people around scared you with the lie that you were sick with an incurable stuttering sickness. You accepted this ridiculous untruth and you became afraid of speaking. You were scared of the symptoms of this non-existent illness. But when you are a frightened person, you are not up to the music or enjoyment from playing a musical instrument. Your fear did not allow you to calmly tune your own speech instrument back in the early years of your life. And you did not develop your adequate skills of playing speech music on your speech pipe. As a result, you stopped. You slowed down or changed the direction of your speech development. Your speech is still underdeveloped. You may also wonder, I have been through so many courses of speech therapy and other programs for stutterers, but why do I still stutter? Yes, I know that you may realize today that you have wasted a lot of time on doing all these useless things. But the reality is that you were never learning to play adequately your speech pipe, and you still don't know how to do it. It still remains untuned. Each time you attempt to play it, it sounds out of tune, not pleasant to your ears, and therefore you don't like it. You're afraid to hear this ugly music. I'll help you tune your speech pipe and explain how to play it with ease and pleasure. You also may have been practicing for some time various irrational speaking techniques to help improve your speech. But after years of doing that, the same old question ponders your mind. Why do I still stutter? Well, there is no mystery here as well. Ask yourself, do other people speak according to any technique? No, they just speak. Do parrots go to a speech therapist to learn techniques of saying human words? No, they just speak. My question sounded ridiculous, didn't they? But if all normal people and even birds speak without any techniques, then what makes you believe that you need them? Please understand that each technique is an abnormal way of speaking. Simply put, it is a form of stuttering. Yes, the more techniques you practice in your speaking, the less normal your speech sounds. And I must also mention another extremely harmful recommendation of the stuttering cure business. You gotta understand that they create and profit of various organizations for people who stutter, led by the International Stuttering Association, American Stuttering Foundation, American Speech, Language and Hearing Association. Thousands of speech clinics around the world keep their doors open for returning customers, returning patients who stutter. They lure stutterers in with all kinds of free gifts and happy smiles of their kind and nice but extremely confused therapists.
Whether it's your first time, whether it's your very first time, we welcome you. Every one of you matters. It matters that you're here.
People who stutter are encouraged to attend various gatherings where they communicate with other stutterers. You may still believe that making friends with those who also stutter is a great idea. Is it really? In the 3D reality, it is extremely harmful for your speech, your mindset, and your life in general. Why? I want you to understand that stuttering is an informational virus of the human mind, and it is extremely highly contagious. People become infected with this virus unconsciously during their oral or written conversations while exchanging information with those who stutter. Simply put, when you are around stutterers, then in addition to your unique form of stuttering, you learn to stutter in their way as well. In short, you add to the confusion in your mind and stutter even more severely. So you are only days away from living stutter-free and on your way to achieving all of your goals, all your dreams. The Etalon powerful knowledge that I teach to my students will awaken your mind and your will, and it will unblock your naturally balanced speech in only 3 days. So let's get started right now. Also, make sure to join my private Live Stutter-Free Facebook page and group. I have several groups there. And watch other life-changing testimonials on my YouTube and Vimeo channels. Lots of success to you with lots of love. Anna Deeter.